Hi, Margaux here with the agency Beverly Hills. So today is a Tuesday. On Tuesdays in this area, we go to Caravan, and that is all the homes that are recently for sale. They do an open house, and then agents and potential buyers can come tour the property open for usually 11 to 2 p.m. is the norm, and you just get a feel for what's out there on the market right now. And it's just a great way to meet other agents from different brokerages, or go support agents from your own brokerage, see what they've got going on. When we do Caravan, I usually like to go with other agents in the office. So either we'll drive together in the car or we'll follow each other in cars. Some people join in later, we lose some people, it's just whatever, it works with everyone's schedule, but it's more fun. Genuinely, I like it because you can kind of bounce feedback off of each other if you are with other agents or with your client. It's always exciting in this part of town because there's so many amazing properties, so many different types of scale properties, from amazing condos, because some of them are pretty amazing, even though they're condos, all the way up to just magnificent estates, very grand. So you get everything out here, but you get it on like a higher level. It's never boring. So I would say it's a great use of space. So you're in the Beverly Hills Flats here. Very nice privacy hedge. There is an alley behind, and it looks like this used to be a driveway access. You can see the sliding door, and they might use that for parties and deliveries still, so it's functional. But they've managed to take what was probably a driveway, I'm assuming, and then create this studio, which could serve as a ADU. I'm not sure if there's a restroom there, I can't tell. But nice use of space for the lot size. Then they have this nice other outside area. They're kind of modeling it after a Italian style, it looks like, with the way that they have the arches and the ceiling in there. It's a very Venetian style with the fireplace. Very nice to always add a water feature somewhere on the property, and this water feature in the back is a great way to create a very relaxing ambiance out here. So it's not too loud, it's not too low, but it really mutes out any outside noise. So you really do feel contained in this area, like your own private oasis. So this property, it's surprising there's a third lower level. So they've really utilized the space tremendously. It looks like they have a gaming area, extra guest room, sauna, shower. Here's the gaming area, bar, and you're still getting that outside light on this lower level. So the developer really considered to keep it with natural light and airflow, natural airflow. So they've got a great bar area down here. These are very popular now, to take the stone and light them up. You have wine storage. And look at this theater room. This is such a surprise. So they brought the same stone in from that bar for the bar in the theater room, but come in and take a look. So really nice soft colors. They've gone with eggplant, purple, which makes it very warm and inviting in here. Another great use of space. So the developer really thought, let's use this lot fully and keep going down. So this is the lower third level, but it's even more sunken than the rest of it. So you're actually going down slightly to a fourth level. The ceiling is the Rolls-Royce ceiling. So in the Rolls-Royce, you have that option to do that. And this is what they brought in here. So it's a good touch. Exercise room. which is great again because they've managed to still keep a sliver of the natural light, which it's very important so you don't feel like you're underground and claustrophobic. So very thoughtful with the developers' plans. So I'm always surprised and excited to learn and to see something I've never seen before, learn something that I don't know, because I think it's very important to always, I like to say, look at the world through like a child's eyes in a way where it's like new, exciting, absorb it, like learn from it. And I'm very visual. So I have an art background with fashion and design. And so for me, I'm looking at things in a full spectrum. It's not just the square footage, the price, the location. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at the entire design of the house, inside out, everything about it. How they've placed all of the furnishings, art, or if it's completely bare, no staging, how I can envision where things would be. If it needs to be remodeled, how I would recommend or see how it could be remodeled. So there's just many, many different layers and elements of looking at a property, even land with nothing on it. What could be built there, what's possible. So it's just being very open-minded, thinking outside the box, trying to cover the full spectrum of something, and then taking it all in, and then trying to find somebody for it. So we are in the flats of Beverly Hills, and it's called the flats for obvious reasons because we're not in the hills. So the home and lot sizes vary, but they are closer together. And you have a lot of different types of architecture and periods, but Beverly Hills overall is a newer city in the sense that it's not necessarily that old. So it was developed during the big oil boom in California and in LA County, where they were producing a lot of oil. Here we are approaching another iconic place in Beverly Hills, which was part of the reason why Beverly Hills was developed to begin with. Was the original Beverly Hills Hotel was used as a way to draw people from all over the world to the new city called Beverly Hills. And so the destination, this was very popular in across the country during the turn of the century and then the beginning of the 20th century, to build a hotel as a draw. So San Francisco did it on the West Coast, Beverly Hills, San Diego. So I love the hills right behind the Beverly Hills Hotel. This is my favorite part of Beverly Hills. Lots of incredible properties hidden, and you have a view, but you're still centrally located where you just drop right down and you can go in any which direction to the beach, shopping here in Beverly Hills, or you go to West Hollywood, you go over Coldwater Canyon, then you're all on the valley side. So it just depends on what is going on in your life, what point of your life and career that you're at and where you need to be or where you want to be. So it's all lifestyle preference and choices of where is the best place for you to be. You know, some people work out of their home and some people have, office jobs and they need to be in close proximity to that. And Beverly Hills offers a great location. It's not just that it's a affluent city, but what's really great about Beverly Hills is it does have its own police department, and so the safety is a great factor for people who do travel a lot and they have properties, or the husband or wife are away and the kids are with the other spouse. Here, primarily as the main residents, and they want to feel like their family is safe when they do leave and travel. And having your own police department in LA County is a huge deal. Not all cities have it, and most of them partner with LA County Sheriff's Department. So what's the difference between the two? It's huge. So when you have your own police department in your city that you live in, like Beverly Hills, your response time is like 3 minutes. If you're partnering with LA County Sheriffs, it's totally a gamble. Oops, we were supposed to turn up that straight. It could be an hour. It can be 45 minutes. It could be 30 minutes. And it really just depends. But that's a life or death situation response time. Also, the city of Beverly Hills, if anything goes down, like major, they lock down the city. So what does that mean? No ins and outs. You're locked in, locked out, like you can't get in. So that's a huge benefit because you don't want people just coming in and then, causing ruckus. And they also have a new thing where they're doing drones. So the whole city, like primarily the shopping districts of Beverly Hills, has a police drone. So they're surveilling everything that's going on in the city. You have a lot of cameras, traffic camera lights too. So that's also very helpful with crime prevention and just keeping, surveillance. I think about all those types of things because I'm a mother. I have 3 kids, and I just think that it's very important to know these factors when you're considering moving somewhere. What's the crime stats? What is the city doing to prevent or improve? You always want to know about the local government and who's in charge, how they work together. It's good to pay attention to all these things. So this is the Truesdale Estates in the hills here. A lot of celebrities like to live up into the Truesdale Estates area. So there's always construction going on. There's always something being built, something being done. Lots of action. It's a great area to put your money. The value of your investment and what you can grow, it's always desirable here. We just missed it. There's a lot of different types of architecture again up here. I mean, LA overall in all areas has a diverse selection of different types of architecture, but there's a lot of 60s, 70s developments over here. Very private, very exclusive. A lot of people in the music, entertainment. So some of my favorites are the mid-century moderns in this area. So we're on Loma Vista, which is a great street in the Truesdale Estates. It's like one of the main streets here. Some of these properties, since we're in the hills, offer incredible views. So right now we're going north. If you're looking south, you would have a view. And if you're looking kind of southwest, you could possibly have an ocean view. So Beverly Hills, we're still in Beverly Hills, but like the Beverly Hills Hotel, it's behind us right now. Multi-million dollar properties up here. You can find some good deals sometimes, but it's gonna be a fixer-upper, and it's not gonna be cheap, but it's going to be less expensive. But you're still gonna have to put the money into it, so it's in the millions. There's nothing under $1 million. I did see one property, to answer your question. It was a quote-unquote fixer-upper, but the front was amazing. It was untouched. It was original 1960s, mid-century, gorgeous, like almost museum gallery-esque in the front. 1 story, great view, pool, but over the decades, bad renovations on the inside. So they didn't keep with the aesthetic and the real mid-century modern period appropriate renovations. So just very disconnected. You'd have to go in and you'd have to start gutting stuff, taking down walls and just try to put it back together on the inside the way that it should be. So we're here in Truesdale Estates in Beverly Hills in the hills. And there's a lot of mid-century modern properties. Some people keep it this way, but then do some modern renovations to it. A good example is the one here, where they put a different kind of facing on the garage, which kind of modernizes the mid-century modern look. This is one that's currently on the market right now. And they've taken the mid-century aesthetic, but have completely modernized it. Lots of construction always happening here. There's always major construction going on. The modernizing that they've done on the outside is the windows. So they've replaced every single window. That's something you can notice right off the bat. More energy efficient windows, which is important. So we're inside a mid-century modern estate here in Truesdale Estates. You can see how they've modernized it with the doors, the sliding doors, all the windows have been replaced, but they've tried to keep with the original mid-century modern aesthetic. Drop-down bar, very period. Great living room. You do have a view. It's kind of a large lot. You have a lot of landscape area over here. So somebody who's looking for that privacy and also a family, you have a lot of area for kids' play area over there. Modernize the pool. So we're at 1935 Loma Vista here in the Truesdale Estates. This property has been completely renovated. New plumbing, all new windows, all new appliances. It's never been lived in since it's been renovated. It's now on the market. They did a really nice job because they modernized it, as you can see. This is very modern today, but it still goes with the 1960s vibe. This was originally built in the 1960s. This is great. Probably was an original skylight. And good use of space. So you have your gaming family room, another bedroom. As I mentioned, very big, large lot, privacy. And it is rare to get that extra side yard. So that adds a lot of value to the property. The bedrooms are a nice size, but you can see the kitchen is totally redone, but it still has that clean, modern look without being too today. So this is all staging. And when it's staged, a lot of the times, the buyer could select pieces to purchase, which is really nice. And they get an idea of where things can go, because not everybody's creative. Not everybody can imagine what can be in a space. So it helps definitely sell a property when you have it staged. And the art, of course, is an added bonus in part of that staging process. And at the agency, we have the Agency Art House, and it's a new division of the agency where we're partnering with galleries and artists to bring in great pieces of art into properties that are for sale. And then just very recently, we added staging. So it's not just art, it's the full spectrum of filling up a property and making it look the best show ready that it could possibly be. So what did we find out at the house that we were just at? Well, one thing we found out was that in the backyard on the lot, they did take the house and totally redo the house, but they kept the walls and the general build of the original house, but they just redid it all. So they didn't really structurally redo it, they cosmetically and then like the infrastructure redid it with the new plumbing and everything. So the backyard had an oak tree. So it's a large lot with this extra side lot, which is rare to have usable side lot Normally it dips down in the hills and it's not usable. But what did we learn? We learned that you can't mess with the oak tree. So no matter where the oak tree is on your property, it's protected. You can see this is what you call a fixer-uppers. For obvious reasons, it's totally not taken care of. Most likely somebody probably inherited it and they're living there now and they're just living there. So they're just not taking care of it. It's probably paid off. They inherit it free and clear. And, you know, ride it till the wheels fall off, so to speak. But at one point, they're gonna wanna sell it. And they've been holding on to it for who knows how long, since they most likely inherited it. And they're going to be able to sell it for a lot more than what their family got it for originally. And also by waiting, they've also increased their inheritance, so to speak. And somebody will probably come in and literally tear it down and then start from scratch, like this house right here.
Yeah.
So I got into being a licensed agent because I loved real estate. So when I was in my 20s, before my father passed away, he always told me, invest in real estate, Margaux. If you do anything, invest in real estate. So I didn't forget what my father told me. And as soon as I was able to do so, I bought my first house. And so I've owned 3 properties. And so I've taken always the money that I've had from that property, rolled it into another property. And being an investor first taught me a lot. And I renovated as well and flipped. So I love all of that. I love the whole process of making things back to period appropriate. I love historical properties. So when I had my second property, which was a historic landmark built by Wallace Neff, as a former citrus ranch, really great. The person I bought it from had already done like the painstaking renovations, from taking it from disrepair to an incredible property. She put like $3 million into it. She overspent, and unfortunately she lost the property, which is another lesson when you're renovating, to really budget everything out properly. And I mean, she went for like full force to the nines, and she overdid a lot of different things. Like, she didn't need as many custom landscape lights as she actually put in, but it still looked really great. So I, as a buyer, bought it from the bank. So I benefited from her loss tremendously, which is really sad, but it's the name of the game. So she lost it to the bank. I went in, I had been watching the property for almost 2 years, and I swooped in and I got it. So with that property, when I had it for almost 10 years, I decided to sell it after my divorce, which is common. I had it for a few years after the divorce, but you know, it's just, you know when it's time, or you just know when you know, right? The saying, you know when you know. I knew when it was time to go. It was time to go. So I had interviewed Tracy Tudor with Douglas Elliman. You know, she doesn't really work out in the area that this property was, but she came all the way out to see it and tour it with me. She told me, you know, you should do this for a living. I have a lot of respect for her. I had only seen her on her show, The $1 Million Listing LA, and I mean, she's like an incredible female agent. So I decided to get my license, and I actually passed on the first try. So, you know, I definitely believe in what you're meant to do, or fate and all that. I'm kind of superstitious in this way. So I think, you know, passing on the first try was a sign that I'm in the right place, doing the right thing. I started with the Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. I went through like the training for that, and then I got recruited by the agency in Pasadena, and that was a no-brainer. So that office was in the same building as my divorce attorney. So that's like another sign, right? I'm like, okay, I've been seeing, you know, I saw them on the TV show, The Beverly Hills Housewives, so I recognized the brand. Great marketing with that, by the way. And then every time I'd pull into the parking lot to see my divorce attorney, I would see the sign. So I knew the brand. and I knew that it was where I wanted to be. So I got with them, then got an opportunity to work in their development division. Those are new developments, super cool, I love it. I love projects, so I'd like to see like something from nothing come to selling and just ready for the market. It's a cool process, just like a flip. And then now I'm in the Beverly Hills office. Pasadena is a beautiful area as well. And there is a lot of architecture and architects that are similar. So, you know, there's Paul Williams out there, and there's Paul Williams in Beverly Hills and Bel Air. So you have some of those historic similarities, old historic properties, great provenance. And Pasadena was like, so to speak, the Beverly Hills before Beverly Hills was really developed, because when people were coming west, they were going to San Francisco, they were going to Pasadena, or they were going to San Diego. This was like turn of the century. And I love history. So it has that great history about it, but it doesn't have the energy that's more me and my speed. And I love the energy of the West Side and Beverly Hills and West Hollywood and just this side of town, the West Side. I think it's a better fit energy-wise. So we're still here in the Beverly Hills Flats now, and we are going to run really quick into the thick of it in Beverly Hills shopping over here and go to Air One. I try to stay away, to be honest. I like Bristol Farms, their juice bar, better because they have an extra large size that's not on the menu board. And I get that, and it's basically the same price as the little Air one size fits all type of thing, because I juice a lot. Right now I've been juicing a lot, and it's really good for my energy. I love coffee, trust me, but then I got to switch it to the juice. And it's like literally like super food, you know? Like, you know, you just literally get like another set of wings after you have your juice. You're ready to fly high for the rest of the day. Like,